I am 22 weeks pregnant and this is what I eat in a day, not just for pregnancy nourishment, but to stay energized, satisfied, and never constipated during pregnancy. If anything, the complete opposite, which has been great. This is how I eat almost every single day with some small variations here and there, but the same foundation. Before we jump in, I do want to acknowledge that I work from home, so I do have flexibility to prep each meal, but I still do meal prep twice a week to have enough food ready to go. And so then building each meal is super quick and easy to do. When I worked my 9 to 5, I still brought my lunch with me every single day. So this is doable. It just takes preparation and being willing to put yourself on your to-do list and your family for meals. Simple meal prep is where it's at. It's not complicated. Right now, I wake up around 6 a.m. I read a couple pages of the book at the moment, and I take my time easing into my day. My mornings are slower than they used to be before pregnancy. I then get ready for my day. I put on my workout clothes so I can work out after breakfast. And I end up eating breakfast around 8:30 max. I'm filming these during the January winter storms in 2026. I'm in Dallas. We're always stocked with food, thank goodness. So we were fully prepared. We never order takeout. Not because we're strict, but because eating at home is honestly more delicious, more nourishing, and you know exactly what you're putting into your body. And especially now that I'm pregnant, I really am conscious about every single meal I have. Okay, my breakfast looks like this almost every single day with small variations. Today I had 2 eggs, which I have every single morning for protein, but mostly for healthy fats and choline. What changes mostly are the sides. So right now I'm in a pacha quesadilla phase. I actually have them right here. These tortillas are made with just 2 ingredients, buckwheat and sea salt, and they are delicious. Buckwheat is actually a pseudo-grain that's rich in fiber and minerals and much lower in the glycemic scale. That means it digests more slowly, supports steadier blood sugar, and helps prevent big spikes, which is especially important during pregnancy when we want and need stable glucose levels more than ever. I, of course, always add a protein source beyond eggs, and this time I added ground ancestral chicken from Force of Nature. 2 eggs only give around 12 grams of protein, and I always say between 40 and 45 grams of total protein per meal, even pre-pregnancy. But now, protein is literally the building block of my baby. Amino acids are what we're building this little human with. So this matters now more than ever. I also added my Mediterranean veggie mix from my past meal prep, a little bit of guac and salsa, and some lime, of course. This kind of breakfast will keep me full for 5+ hours, supports digestion, and sets me up for stable energy all day long. Not to mention it's super rich in fiber. This didn't happen overnight. Learning how to eat this way, tuning into hunger cues, building balanced meals, meal prepping in a simple way is something I worked on long before pregnancy. I believe this is actually why pregnancy has felt so supportive on my body so far. I already knew what worked, what didn't, and how to nourish myself without extremes for my health, my body goals, and now for my baby. And this is exactly what I help women do inside my 12-week coaching program. We focus on building a way of eating and living that supports your metabolism, your hormones, digestion, and your body goals. Not just now, but long term. Because when your body is working well, energy is steady, digestion is regular, hunger feels normal, that's a sign you're doing things in a way that truly supports your health and your future. And you will get the body of your dreams as a byproduct. I always help my clients start with breakfast. So if you want to level up your breakfast eggs, I do have a video with tons of ideas. I'm going to link it over here so you can watch it next. If you're new here, I'm Chris. I'm a national board certified health coach. I help women lose fat, build strength, and feel amazing by eating more delicious and nourishing food and training smarter, not harder. If you want simple science-backed strategies that work in real life without under-eating, overdoing cardio, and while creating a lifestyle you absolutely fall in love with, you're in the right place. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out the weekly videos. All right, I do take supplements, all discussed with my doctor. I don't take anything random, and what I take reflects on how I feel and what shows up in my blood work. All my supplements have their own purpose. Before eating, I do take my thyroid medication because, short story, my health journey started in my late 20s after some thyroid issues, so I do hope to taper off from the medicine, but for now I do take it a couple times a day. After my medicine, I wait around an hour and take vitamin C, B vitamins, and iron, and then I eat my breakfast, and after that I take my full well prenatal prenatal. I love this one because I do have the MTHFR gene and it uses the methylated folate instead of synthetic folic acid. About 40 to 50% of the population has this MTHFR gene, and many people don't realize that folic acid may not be ideal for them. Always talk to your doctor and advocate for testing. I also take extra choline after breakfast. Choline is essential for fetal brain and nervous system development, and it plays a big role in memory and cognition. Research shows that getting enough choline during pregnancy is linked to better cognitive outcomes in children, yet most prenatals don't provide enough on their own. And it's hard to eat enough of it from foods. You would have to eat more than 4 eggs to hit the recommended amount every day. After breakfast, I usually do my strength training workout or some prenatal yoga, depending on the day. And then I do go on a very long walk and get some fresh air and some sunlight. If you're looking for workouts you can do at home, I do have some workouts available on my channel, so I'm gonna link that playlist for you over here. I drink a lot of water and tea throughout the day. I was never a tea drinker or a coffee drinker for that matter, but tea really helped me during my first trimester with nausea, and I just really stuck with it. I've been enjoying it so much now. I have about 2 to 3 cups of tea daily and 1 cup of bone broth, sometimes with breakfast and sometimes in between meals. This is my favorite brand. I really love all their flavors. I rotate them, but I do not skip my daily cup. It's rich in collagen, glycine, and minerals that support digestion, joints, skin, and connective tissue for both me and my baby, and it's delicious. After breakfast, I usually have nettle tea and I mix in some mayo-inositol and 5 grams of creatine. Mayo-inositol supports insulin sensitivity and blood sugar balance, which can be incredibly helpful during pregnancy. Creatine supports muscle, cellular energy, brain health, and recovery. Lunch, I usually don't get hungry until 1 or 2 p.m. It's almost always a salad, but not your regular boring salad. My salads are masterpieces, if I may say so myself. I start with around 1 to 2 cups of my spring mix, then my protein. This time I use 7 ounces of ancestral ground chicken, what's left from my meal prep, which is roughly 40 grams of protein. Then comes the fiber. I add my cucumber, celery, carrots, artichoke hearts, hearts of palm. I always have these chopped veggies in my fridge. And then to top it off, I added goat cheese, my delicious sweet potatoes, a little that's left from my meal prep. That recipe is a must. If you haven't tried them, you should. I have them in my fridge every single week. And for my dressing, lime, mustard, coconut aminos, nutritional yeast, sea salt, and some apple cider vinegar. This salad has the most rich, unreal, delicious flavor. I absolutely love my salads. On my most active days, I do add some siete chips if I have them on hand. I know my body responds very well to carbs when I'm active, and also protein and fiber are prioritized. There's really no issue with a few simple carbs like this when your body is metabolically healthy. These chips just add an extra crunch and an extra bit of happiness for me. With lunch, I take my electrolytes, sometimes the Absorption Company mango flavor and sometimes Element. And I also take the rest of my prenatals and some magnesium L-threonate. This type of magnesium crosses the blood-brain barrier and supports sleep quality, nervous system regulation, stress resilience, and cognitive health. Sometimes, like today, I add 1 to 2 squares of low mercury tested chocolate. I love this brand. This is my favorite brand, and this chocolate is insanely delicious. Just 1 or 2 squares do it for me. I'm not worrying about the calories right now, but I am listening to my body and I won't deprive myself of a few treats here and there. I know my needs and my baby's needs are met, and I am also not going overboard with treats. I am a very active person all day long, which is very important also for pregnancy and baby's health. And I'm feeling good, I'm feeling energized with everything I'm eating and doing, no headaches, no constipation, so that's the most important part. In the afternoon is when I do most of my work. I usually walk on my desk treadmill to stay active and keep up my steps. So I basically walk all afternoon while I'm working to get around 8 to 10,000 steps a day. And in the afternoon, I sip on marshmallow root tea, I drink lots of water, and sometimes maybe another pack of electrolytes for extra sodium and potassium, which are also very important during pregnancy to prevent any cramping, any headaches. And because my meals are nutrient dense, high in protein, fiber, and water, I do not snack at all in between meals. And because of these, I have not been constipated during pregnancy at all. Quite the opposite. And being constipated, I know is very common, but it's not normal. Normal is going to the bathroom easily every single morning and every day, pregnant or not. If constipation is showing up, it's usually related to low fiber, dehydration, and lack of movement. Try to aim for at least 1 cup of veggies per meal, fiber-rich veggies, ideally 2 cups, and make sure you stay active during the day and drink enough water along with minerals and electrolytes. Fiber supports digestion, feeds beneficial gut bacteria, and helps bind and eliminate toxins. And research shows that dietary fiber can help reduce exposure to things like heavy metals and environmental toxins by supporting regular elimination. Your body detoxes on its own, and fiber helps those pathways work better. Today dinner was super simple. We quickly cooked 2 pounds of ground venison as well as 1 ancestral ground venison blend and some broccoli. We cooked enough protein and enough veggies to have leftovers for a couple days. This is how you help yourself and your family with easy meal prep. Then I added some leftover acorn squash, some tomato sauce, and of course goat cheese. Anytime I can add goat cheese to a meal, delicious. I eat plenty of dairy every day, either in yogurt, cottage cheese, or goat cheese. I love it, but also high quality dairy like this is rich in calcium, which is essential during pregnancy. If your intake is low, the body will pull calcium from your bones, so this matters hugely. You do not want to lose calcium. We finish with our homemade vanilla chocolate protein ice cream, which we usually keep stocked in our freezer. I make it with just 3 ingredients: almond milk, banana, and a blend of chocolate and vanilla protein powder. It's healthy, delicious, and just, it's extra protein. Tonight, I paired it with my delicious and exquisite chocolate chip homemade cookies. They're not low calorie, but I am not watching calories right now. I am eating for nourishment, satiety, and enjoyment. If you want to try my delicious recipe, they are gluten-free, made with very clean ingredients. I think just maybe 4 ingredients. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel because I will be posting that delicious recipe very soon. I made extra this time and I froze some. We needed to make sure we were stocked for this winter storm. Okay, after dinner, while we're winding down and watching our show, I have another tea, this time chamomile tea, to help with relaxation. And I also add myo-inositol for blood sugar balance and digestion, as well as magnesium glycinate to support relaxation, sleep, and nervous system health. I also take the last bunch of supplements, which are my fish oil and CoQ10 to support brain health, cellular energy, and overall health during pregnancy. Fish oil supports fetal brain and eye development and reduces inflammation, especially helpful if you don't eat a lot of fish like me. We don't usually cook fish at home. And CoQ10 supports mitochondrial energy, cellular health, and fertility. Benefits both during pregnancy and beyond. Our evenings are very calm, lights are dimmed around sunset, and all screens are off around 8 p.m. Then I prepare for bed, I do some light stretching, play with our cats, I do some reading, and all lights are off at 9 p.m. and we go to bed. That's a full day of eating for me while pregnant in my 2nd trimester, focused on nourishment, digestion, and steady energy. How you start your day, especially breakfast, truly sets the tone for everything else in your day. If you want more simple, protein-rich breakfast ideas, make sure to watch this video next. And if you're new here and want realistic, sustainable strategies to feel strong and confident in your body, make sure to subscribe and join the journey. I'd love to have you here. I'll see you in the next video.
You're still on board, dancing in the moonlight. The world just stopped and stared.